Hello there, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showcasing my sketchbook. It's now finished, it has drawings, and let's get to it. Here is a drawing of Aerostay. It is unfinished because I was lazy that day when I drew this thing. It does not have color, but it is drawn still. I was planning to make a background, but I'm lazy. Next, alright, this is Dano Yeah, I think you guys know where this is already based. I'm sorry if I had to do it. I'm sorry if I had to trace it. I don't know how to draw Ceratopsian crest facing forward. Here is Aramborgiana. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but this is an Azar kid, and as you can see, the background is not yet finished, not colored as well, but I was originally supposed to make it a giraffe-like design, but I decided not to. But it's unfinished anyway. Next is, yes, Reupload and Ceratosoochops. These two, yeah, they were hard to draw. I don't know how to draw the heads of Spinosaurids. They're confusing for me. And that is about it. This is Ceratosoochops and this is Reupload. Here, I think you already saw this in my one of my previous videos. This is Tyrannotitan. Uh, I didn't base this on Dinosaur King's Majangasaurus. I only used references. But when I was reminded by Aloe that it looks like one, I was actually shocked. I didn't base it on anything though. Here we have a Bajadasaurus. I think we already know that Bajada has been released, so this drawing is already gone. But I still enjoy drawing this, the red body and the long tail. Next, we have two Pandactylus. Originally, there was supposed to be four designs, but this one got rejected. I didn't like the colors in it. I didn't like the design. Okay, so this is the orchid design. Originally, this was supposed to be something else, but when I used too much brown, it looked a bit ugly, so it turned into this, an orchid-like design. That's why I said, I guess here. Next, we have the toucan design. As you can see, I based it on a toucan, obviously. And you can see it has fiber-like hair across its back. Some pterosaurs have that, I guess. The last one is the rainforest design. This is based on Jurassic World Alive's Tupandactylus. I really like these three. The four, no. Originally, this is supposed to be Xenotarsosaurus, but I didn't have any more time to do so, so it's just pure blank, nothing else. As you can see, there is a shade of Sharonosaurus in it. Speaking of Sharonosaurus, here it is, based on Dinosaur King and requested by Torvosaurus Taneri, aka Bus. Alright, so instead of copying the DK design, I only took some references from it and used a blue crest, cause it's a semi-aquatic para if I remember. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, as you can see, if you recognize this, it's already based from DK para. I mean Sharono, my bad. And that's about it for Sharono. Next is Archeonothomimus. That was a hard name to pronounce. This is actually my second design. The first design is way over at the last page. I didn't like the old first design because it looks boring, it looks rushed, it looks quite ugly. So I made another one and based it off a lovebird. I tried my best to give it different shades of green, as you can see dark green here, and thanks to its lovebird skin, it has blue on its tail, probably for females to be attracted. I really like this since this is my last literally last drawing. Next one is Rugops. Yeah, an Abilosaurid. This Rugops, yeah, was based on something that I found in Google, but instead of copying it, I decided to make my own poses and draw this over here. I forgot what's this called. A dulag? A dulap? Probably. I made it red, so it's like this. Yeah, that's the same page. Alright, next is Dromeosaurus. Yeah, this is Dromeosaurus. This is the bearded vulture skin, and honestly, it looks weirdly terrifying. As you can see in the eyes, it looks pretty hella weird for an ornithomimid to have a vulture or a bird of prey skin. Here is the tropical skin. Yeah, not that much color. Sorry. If it looks weird, you can just remove or just pluck off the feathers on top and you got a normal one. Just make the colors more vibrant, or you can even change the skin if you like if you're watching this. All right, all right. Here you go. Cyanosaurus or Cyanosaurus. That's how I pronounce this thing. A Spinosaurid. I base this on a blue jay, and I know what you're thinking. Why is its eyes covered? I don't know. Why is its eyes covered? I don't know as well. And here I put these designs so the blue on top doesn't look too boring. And I tried my best to give the tail some detail. That's about it for Cyanosaurus. Next over here is Oitriceratops or Eoceratops. Uh, Based on Path of Titans, I really don't like this design. I don't like it for some reason. It has quills on its back based on fossil evidence of some ceratopsians that have quills in them, the most notable one being Psittacosaurus being one of the only ceratopsian with those quills. And I only placed it on Oitriceratops for the meantime, while the other ceratopsians I drew don't. Next is Gorgosaurus liberatus, one of my favorite tyrannosaurids. Yeah, I tried my best to replicate, but it looks more like a bird's color. And this is supposed to be gray. On the side here, it's gray, but on the mouth here, it's a bit lighter. It's white, while the underbelly is supposed to be gray. It looks messy. The drawing looks messy, but I think you guys know what I'm supposed to go for. Next is Adontasaurus, an ankylosaurid. I made two of them. This is the grassland, and this is the desert design. I really like this drawing. It feels unique. This was based on Path of Titans and Adontasaurus. I tried my best to like put the what you call this, the armor platings or the osteoderms. Yeah, that's what they're called, osteoderms. The eyes, it's horizontal, cause that's what I keep seeing on some parts. I also gave it a patchwork of colors. For the desert design, I made it sit down. This wasn't based on anything that I copied. I literally had to draw this pose myself. And that's about it for Anodontosaurus. And here we have the Centrus, or the Centrus. I think that's how you pronounce it. A stegosaurid with an array of spikes and plates. Yeah, I think I took the DK Arinoceratops design or Arinosaurus. I don't know. Arinoceratops. Yeah, Arinoceratops. I took that skin and placed it on the Centrus, and it actually works fine. It looks like a battery charger, honestly. Next, we have Indosuchus. It looks similar to Rugops, yeah, but outside the recording, it's quite colorful. The recording When you see this recording, it looks like it has no color at all. But if you're outside the recording, you can see that this is supposed to be gold. This is supposed to have like a blue line across its head and an array of, I don't know what you call this, but I'll call them bumps. I also didn't forget to give an Abilosaur's signature short arm. Next is Achillosaurus. And once again, added quills on its back. I didn't like this drawing, honestly. It looks rushed as well, like the others. I should have liked drawn in one area only instead of like randomly like this. That's about it for Achillosaurus. It almost looks like a Pachyrhinosaurus, which I was not supposed to base it on. But I might redesign it in the future. Who knows? Alright, that's it for those two. Next we have Hypecrasaurus. It looks like a Corythosaurus, but I based it on some designs. This is a gray head, black with yellow stripes, and a body mixed with red orange, orange underbelly, and the arms are also red orange. I also gave it a gold stripe across its line. And let's go move on to the other dinosaur. Here is Sinoceratops. The reason why I drew Cyanosaurus here is because it looks good. I really liked it. Despite it being almost everything gray, I was supposed to like give it a colorful crest. Yeah, I was supposed to give it a colorful design on the head only, but I barely gave it any go. But I really did like how I drew the armor kind of scales along its back. I do know that these dinosaurs don't have armor on their back, but they do have armor here on the head, obviously. And the underbelly, I only gave it lines because that's the only thing I can think of that would fit this animal. Next two is Dracovinator, a dinosaur, or I should say a Dilophosaur creature that lived in Africa. Of course, I gave it quills on its back because Dilophosaurus nowadays have these quills on their back or proto feathers. I'm not sure which is which, but that's all I can say. I gave it a cheetah-like design because they're both from Africa, and I think Dracovinator is extremely fast. Yeah, that's about it. I hope it's like a fitting thing for Dracovinator, meaning dragon hunter, I guess. Next is Pelecanimimus. Um, I think it's an ornithomimid from Spain, I think. I It looks like a pelican, but I decided to go for a gold coating, I guess. And this is supposed to be like a mixture of red and orange, but ultimately failed. The feathers, yeah, quite unoriginal, I should say. They're all golden. It's quite boring to look at. The next two creatures is Orictodromius. We have the normal and the Oreo. People call this Oreo because it's cute and it looks like one. And its name almost sounds like Oreo. Orictodromius has quills on its back. It's a, if I remember correctly, it's a thessalisaurid. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, a thessalisaurid. What's wrong with me today? Anyways, the Oreo, yeah, this was a hard one to draw. I had to like take a picture or just look at Google of a real Oreo and decided to put the design of Oreo in here. It looks fitting either way. Next is another Azar kid, Cryodrakon. This Azar kid, I gave it an Emperor Penguin design because it fits. It's Cryodrakon. It lives in ice, I suppose, but I'm not sure if that's true, even though its name has the word cryo in it. Next is Volcanidon. Yeah, Volcanidon. I think it's based on one of the drawings that I see in Google, but instead of copying the design, I decided to make my own. I don't want to be copyrighted, so I made this. One hell of a sauropod. Next is Magnapalia, version 1 head and version 2 head. I think it's alright, I guess. This is supposed to be like female coloring, and this is supposed to be like male coloring. But the reason why called it version 2 head because version 1 head has a different head. I mean, you can see the line over here instead of like this. This is the one that I was supposed to draw, but I was too late, so I made them separate from one another, just in case skins are alright in the game. Anyways, next is Sacrinosaurus or Sacrinosaurus. It looks like a Mayasaura, honestly. They just went to McDonald's. Uh, it's simple, it's quite boring. Red top and yellow underbelly. That's all I can say. Next is Colindodromius. Cute little guy. I suppose that's all I can say for this. I really liked the eyes that I gave it. This eye is made out of ball pen, and the rest of the coloring, yeah, this is supposed to be white as well, but it got covered by other colors. Last but not least is the version 1 Arkeon Nothomimus. Yes, I don't like it at all. It looks boring. I think I like the new one better. That's all I can say, and that is the last page right now. Yeah, this is the cover now. That's it for my book. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.